All right, everybody, happy Friday the 13th. I got Nyx down here with me, which we know she birthed chaos, so it's going to be interesting. But I'm feeling a little spooky, and I want to do some painting. I did a big one earlier today, which came out really, really nice. It's 108 inches by 36. It's massive. But it's Friday the 13th, and it's a full moon, so we gotta get our creepy on. I feel like that's just necessary. So an old friend of mine from high school has been sending me videos on Facebook that are all about painting, and they're awesome. So I told her I was gonna do a painting that, you know, had a mini colander in it, because I have a couple of these and I haven't tried them out yet. So that's what today is gonna be, and I'm hoping I have a really cool result. I've got a bunch of colors, but it's mostly like Halloween colors. So I have bright orange, I have neon green, which has glow in the dark in it. I have black, I have glitter black, and I have metallic purple, because is it really one of my paintings if it does not have purple? Because I think every once in a while maybe, but I don't know. The one I did today was a lot that didn't have purple in it, but it's not for me. And it is an original creation, but it's not something I'm keeping, and it's not something that I'm just randomly selling on Poshmark or on Facebook Marketplace. It was a custom request, so you know, it's gonna be a little bit different. So I'm just prepping my work area here with a bunch of white, because I want to make sure that this floods properly. So we're almost ready. If we can get it to just pour off of this one edge, because God forbid life be easy. So I'm curious, are you superstitious? Does Friday the 13th freak you out? Do you love it? Do you embrace your witchy side when the full moon is around? Please tell me all of the things in the comments. Because many of you know, some of you might not, but I used to identify as Wiccan. I really don't anymore, because I feel like they're way too strict. So I'm more eclectic pagan, I guess is the best way to put it. Kind of do whatever the fuck I want. I still stand by the Wiccan read of harm none, do as ye will, because, you know, I'm not a jerk. But holidays like this, like Friday the 13th and Halloween and all of that, just makes me feel super spooky, and I have to embrace that, otherwise I'll probably go crazy. All right, so we're ready. Our area is ready. I think I want to hit it with a torch real quick, just to, you know, make sure that there's no underlying bubbles in here. And I just dropped it, so that's cool. Beautiful. Fun. I like playing with fire. It's a fucking problem. So, we're gonna drop this bad boy in the middle, and let's see what we can come up with. What do I want to start with? Where's my glitter black? Oh, it's over here. Hello. You know what? I'm gonna start with a regular black. That's what we're gonna do, because that's how I fucking feel about it. So, wah. All right, we're off to the races, kids. Some neon green, because, you know, why not? It's spooky. Oh, I feel like that nub is perfectly placed. Also, fun fact, I've never used this, so if I'm doing it totally wrong, I'm sure one of the YouTubers will tell me. And I hope they do, because I want to learn. I don't want to just be a belligerent ass my entire life. Belligerent, yes. Ass, no. Fuck it, it's stuck. That's fine. Feel like I'm doing it wrong, but we're going to see what it does and hope that it does something neat. Because even if we're fucking it up, who cares? It'll be great no matter what. I like that just like that. Can we leave it? Is that a thing? Oh, goodness. So, fun fact, I'm getting ready to go on vacation. We're going on a cruise, surprise. We go on cruises all the time. It's kind of our jam. But we're supposed to go to the Bahamas. I don't know if you follow the news at all, but they were hit by a hurricane. A hurricane sat over Freeport, Bahama for 36 hours. So when I called the cruise line to find out what was going on, I called twice. One time I got laughed at, which any of you who actually know me know I have a horrific temper, and that's probably not the best thing to do. But nonetheless, I got laughed at. So when I got a call back from a manager, because, you know, I'm Karen, I got to call the manager. They told me not to worry, Freeport wasn't hit. Wasn't hit, it's totally fine. They're not going to send me into a place of death and destruction where people are just desperate and losing their minds. Okay. I'll trust you. I'll trust you, that's fine. That was that yesterday? What the hell is today? Today's Friday, so yeah, that was yesterday. They called me back 3 hours later to tell me they just got an email and that they were not going to be going to Freeport because they're what is it called? I'm real good with words, you guys. The dock sustained damage. Here are my air quotes for you guys. Sustained damage. And it took all of my reserve not to be like, no fucking shit, genius. Like, when we were on the phone, I looked up images of where the hurricane sat, and it sat directly over Freeport for quite a decent amount of time. But no, I'm wrong. I'm totally wrong. I'm a terrible person because I'm always wrong. It's like, apparently we're not going to Freeport. It's like, really? Didn't know. I had no idea they got hit by a hurricane. Nobody told me. And this guy was so self-assured. He was like, no, totally didn't get hit. It's fine. It's totally fine. It was northern Bahama that got hit. Like, dude, have you ever looked at a map? Like, you work for a cruise company. You should maybe be somewhat aware of what you're talking about before you call people. I mean, I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Because you could get someone like me on the phone who's sarcastic and is going to respond to you with, really? No, I had no idea. I only told you that 10 fucking minutes ago that you were an ass and that you were wrong. Fun facts. But people in general, they don't listen. We live in a world where everybody's got to be right and everybody else is always wrong. And then they don't want to admit that they were wrong. And I openly admit when I'm wrong. I'm wrong all the fucking time. And I'm okay with that because I correct myself. And I will openly go, you know what? I am so sorry. I was wrong and I really thought I was right. Because that's what you do to not be a dick. Who fucking knew, man? I'm really curious about what's going on inside of these bubbles right now. Because I see all this grooviness out here, which I'm in love with right now. Oh, I should point out this right here, like this gray stuff, it actually dries as black glitter. So that's phenomenal. And I'm in love with that. And the green that I'm using, I put glow-in-the-dark paint in, so it actually glows in the dark. The orange isn't neon, but I feel like it wants to be. I don't know what that means, but I feel like it wants to be neon. But I like this. The purple I used is also a metallic. Alright, so I'm just kind of, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because I've never done this before, and we expressed that. But I am gonna lift some of this up. Oh, look at it suck through the bubbles! Nothing's in there but white. That's amazing. I am so proud of this because that is so funny. Oh my good Lord. Sweet baby Jesus. So you know what? I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let this drip because I actually really like these drips. Because they're like multicolored drips. Because all the color went everywhere except into the colander. So of all the mistakes I could have made, this is a really cool one. And I'm not disappointed. And, you know what? I want to show you guys the inside of this. And I don't know how I'm going to do that without making a mess. We're going to go over here. Nope, we're going to make a mess anyway. Fun fact. All right. Oh, these drips are cool. Look at that. How pretty is that? We're going to let this drip just for a minute because I like these little dots. Oh, Friday the 13th is for creativity. You know, I've been really curious as to why people get so uppity about Friday the 13th and think that it's super bad luck. Because I don't get it. Friday the 13th has generally, for at least the past 15 years, been a good day for me. And I like to celebrate it, and I like to get spooky, but I even today saw people online like, oh, Friday the 13th in full force, shit's just going crazy. It's like, no, that's the full moon. Don't blame Friday the 13th. Blame the full moon because, you know, the tides of the universe fuck with people and make everybody a little bit crazy. It's got nothing to do with Friday the 13th. That's just, you know, the moon screwing with you. But I love Friday the 13th. And a lot of it goes back to like times when pagans were really, really popular. Because it was a very, very female dominated thing, religion was. And so Friday the 13th, I don't know how the Friday part got involved, but the 13th was women's cycles. We ovulate on the 13th. There's 13 months in the year, so they get all that femininity shit going, and that's where it comes from. So I don't see why anyone's got a huge issue with it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It shouldn't scare you. It's just a day. I mean, if you're going to be scared of a day, be scared of every day. Oh, it's so cute, and I'm going to tilt it, and I'm going to see what happens, because we need to know, you guys. We need to know. Because despite the colander not working, I actually really like what's in here. I like the little drips that I've got around the side. I think there's something I want to do. Let's see if we can fuck this up even more. Trying to not set fire to my house or the paper towels that I'm utilizing. I'm sure my husband would be thrilled if I burn the house down while he's at work. A little bit there. Look at all these beautiful drips just dripping everywhere. So you guys can't see this because it's off camera, but Nyx cried upstairs while I was getting set up. She was very upset that she wasn't being allowed in here. So I let her in, and she's just quietly sitting on a stack of boxes next to me, just grooming. She's like chewing her feet. She's real chill. She's like, Mom, I just gotta be near you. I don't really care what it is you're doing, but if you don't allow me in, I'm gonna fucking boycott and I'm gonna tear the house apart. And that is not a lie. That is what she actually does. Because she's a psycho. Cool. Let's see what we can make happen here, because there's so much paint on this that it's gonna make an absolute mess. And there's a little fruit fly down here, and it's trying to eat my paint. Oh, cup her down, man. Oh, God, the floor's far. Don't get old, kids. Stay young forever. I don't know if that's a thing. All right, so we got it moving. Look at how much paint that is. It just flows so easily. I feel like I want a little bit more paint in there. And I should have gone live to have you guys like tell me what to do. That'll be a neat video. We should do that. We should do that. I'll do a Facebook Live and be like, guys, what do I do? What kind of paints do you want? I don't know how the hell to set that up, but I'm sure I can figure it out. I'm sure I've got a techie friend who has a clue. I freaking love it. It's got all the elements that I love. It's not as spooky as I hoped because it's not that dark, but it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love this. I did so good, you guys. I did so good. I'm gonna stretch this a little bit more, even though I like what's going on with this purple. It's telling me to fuck off. It's like, you've stretched us enough. Why don't you stretch yourself, chubby lady? Oh, it looks nice and chaotic. I don't like what happened when I blew on it, so I'm gonna leave it and hope that some of these cells just come out to play a little bit more because I think they're gorgeous. I'm pleased. I would love for you guys to help me name this. So what are your thoughts? What should we name her? We can name her Friday the 13th. I'm fine with that. But I have all this extra paint that I now have to shove into bottles. All right, guys, that's where we're at. I'm gonna let this drip for a while because there's just a ton of paint. But I'll work on getting this posted so you guys can check it out and let me know what you think. And if you think it's hilarious that I totally fucked up working with a colander, tell me that too, because I'm really, really proud that I messed that up. Oh. As I'm talking about how we can all be wrong, we found out that I, in fact, can be wrong. Check that out. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Do something spooky as long as it doesn't involve murder, and go out for pumpkin spice or apple pie or whatever it is that makes your spooky heart happy. Bye.